Hey you all, thank you so much for tuning into my channel called That Nurse Nikki. Here I talk about nursing, lifestyle, beauty, feminine health, and just about anything worth talking. In today's video, guys, as you can see the title, I was robbed at gunpoint in Bahamas. Yes, guys, that's no fun. That's no fun. So I'm going to tell you what happened, how I felt after the robbery, and things you need to be mindful of when you're on vacation. So please stay. Is anyone in here ever been robbed? Maybe not at gunpoint, but just robbed. Just imagine being robbed versus being robbed but at gunpoint. It's very frightening, guys. I can tell you my experience. As I said, this is my story time. This happened to me some years ago when I was on vacation in Bahamas. And I'm just letting you know that it's not a good feeling and nobody want to be in that position. When you go on vacation, it's all about having fun, taking pictures, showing off your glorious moments, and just going outside and being the moment and being there. You don't want to be stuck in your apartment being scared and afraid to come out after paying so much money for your travels. That's what happened to me in Bahamas. So here we go. Let me tell you about my story. So I was in 2008. I was there on vacation. It was in Nassau, downtown Nassau. I can clearly remember. And there was this nightclub. It's a Jamaican nightclub. The owners are Jamaicans. And yes, because I'm a Jamaican, guys. The owners were Jamaican. It was like a hot spot. I didn't really went to the nightclub per se because I'm not that type. I went to the restaurant because they have a nightclub and a restaurant and stuff like that. So I went there to get some food and just to hang out. It's one of those clubs that you can play pool, eat out, do stuff, see different people because you're on vacation. But what happened, I left that nightclub and I went to some other location to see what's going on over that location over there. It was the same place in Nassau. So I took a cab and I went about my business. So I was renting at an apartment to that restaurant. Yes. So there was some apartments there. So that's where I was staying. Not exactly where I was staying for all my vacation time, but for some reason I was there for like 2-3 nights. Anyway, guys, I went out, mind my business, coming back home. The cab let me off. I observed this guy, and in Bahamas in that time, so this was around 2008, or I don't know, all the guys, they wear white t-shirt. Black people, black males, they all look alike for some reason. They have the same type of haircut, like the Kid and Play, and then they have this little, you wear the ponytail in the back and it's normally in the center. They don't have theirs in the center. It's like to the right. No, to the left. I'm sorry, this is my left. To the left of their head. So the guy was of that description, and like almost every one of the guys you come across. So it was hard for me after the robbery to detect who it was. But let me just tell you what happened. So when I came out of the cab, right, I was walking to my apartment. The guy said something to me like this: "Hey, is the restaurant open?" He was coming my way. So he was behind me. So the moment I turned around to answer his question, a gun was placed below my navel. I was like, oh my God, what is this? Mind you, let me give you a description of that location. There was an abandoned building across the street, and the restaurant was there. The restaurant and the nightclub was there, and some hotels was right there, right? It's like a yard area where people can drive in the cars, let off. People do this on vacation. They go other places, they get off the premises, and they come back on stuff like that. So I turned around to honestly answer his question to say, I'm not sure if they're open because I wasn't in this area. I was surprised when a gun was stuck at my navel. Guys, I'm a type of person who is easy to adapt, so I learned the language. I know they speak and what they mean and stuff like that. So there was this word going around, they say crabby. Crabby stands for vagina and stuff like that. So when he put the gun below my navel, this is what he said to me. He said, "Give me the bag." I had my bag, my passport. For some reason, I always listen to my intuitive spirit. For some reason, I was traveling around with my passport for days, and the spirit said to me, "Put the book away." So I did take out my passport. Luckily, it was in my luggage in the apartment. He took the bag. I remember, I think that was like 20 something dollars US in the bag. He didn't get much. So he took the bag and everything that was in it. He didn't even search the bag and give it back to me or my wallet or anything like that. He just took the bag. So when I handed the bag to him, he said, "Let me feel the crabby." I was like, oh no, oh my God. This is it. I have flashbacks of all my families and everybody in Jamaica. Oh my God. I flash forward up across the abandoned building because I'm like, oh my God, this man's gonna rape me. And it was like, oh my God, oh no. And literally my head was to the apartment and he's in front of me and he had the gun below my navel and he said, "Let me feel the crabby." And I was like, oh no. I was like, "Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me." So while I was saying that, I didn't turn the back of my head to him. I'll have my back to my apartment and I'll keep walking because I was like, okay, you're not feeling my cry because you're not raping me and I'm going to run away from you, but I'm not turning my head. So in that moment, I was just thinking about survival mode. What am I going to do? So while he's like, "Let me feel the crabby," I was walking backward. "Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me." I walk backwards until I feel like I'm behind the door. And guys, oh my God, I ran so fast and slammed that door. And I was like, thank you, God. Because the moment I think if I turned my back, it would shoot me in my head. I escaped that. Thanks be to God. You only get away with $20. Talk about the after effect. Guys, I don't know to tell you if the robbery was as bad as the after effect. Oh, I felt. Guys, I literally didn't leave the apartment for days. I was stuck in bed, stuck in the apartment with fear, afraid to come outside, afraid that the guy's gonna see me again, afraid it will happen all over again. I was so scared, guy. I felt violated. I was so violated. I was so upset. I was mad. I was like, oh my God, as bad as Jamaica is, this has never happened to me in my country. Imagine I'm on vacation and this happens to me. This is not good. I was like, oh no, I can't go outside. I'm so scared. So like on the third day I was open up, I told like some of the owners for the club what happened to me, and they were so petrified. They were pissed. They want to kill whoever if I could find out who it was. But to be honest with you, I don't want them to kill or attack the wrong guy because everybody kind of looked the same. I'm telling you, every guy kind of looked the same. They wear the same white t-shirt. The guy was wearing a white t-shirt. He had the same cut. He looked the same. I couldn't tell. And I was like, I don't want them to do no harm like that, because they're going to do some jungle justice, take matters in their own hand. So I was kind of like, I have to be sure. And I was scared to go back outside and even sit into that restaurant. So anyway, like on the fourth day, I started to lighten up, starting to feel brave because they said, oh, we have your back. And if this should happen again, if he should ever violate you like that again, what's going to happen? Because trust me, those guys weren't playing that whole in the restaurant. They were so mad because they said this normally don't happen. He figured maybe you're a tourist, so you're not used to the place. And he saw you coming out of a cab, so that's why he did what he did. So to tell you the honest truth, one evening I was sitting there and I saw this guy came in. Because when stuff happens to you, your mind's running all over the place. Your brain, the adrenaline is running and rushing. Everything is just, you're not even thinking straight. But for some reason, I don't know if you guys can sense, like when somebody comes in a room, you just sense the presence, like without you even opening your eyes, somebody's there. This is the same feeling I got when I was in the restaurant. This guy walked in, the same description that I've described earlier. And all of a sudden, I have chills all over. When I try to look at him, he tried to take his eyes off me because he recognized me. And he keep, like, whenever I try to make eye contact with him, he keep turning away, he keep dodging. I'm like, oh, this is the guy. Why do I feel so funny? I said, let me go call the owners and let them know. But then again, there's a spirit nudging me, don't do it because you're not 100% sure. And I don't want them to hurt the wrong person because everybody look alike. But for some reason, I could sense the energy that it was him, but I wasn't sure. So he left. He just dashed out and left. So that's when I went to the owner and I said, I thought the guy came back here because he keep trying to look at me, but he can't. And every time he try to look at me, he keep turning his face away and he won't make eye contact. So they said, you got to be sure, because you know what, we're going to kill this guy. I'm like, oh no, I'm not sure. So just let it blow, let it slide, let it slide. I didn't lost my life. I'm okay. Didn't rape me. Didn't even get to touch my crabby, as like what they say in Bahamas. So let it slide. I'm just gonna leave this area and go about my business and go to some other location. So with that said, I left feeling violated. The experience in Bahamas when I was on the Keys and everywhere else is beautiful. Guys, don't get discouraged. Bahamas is very beautiful, and this video was not made to bash that it's not a safe location. Maybe I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was staying there after that vacation. I went back there and I was staying there for like 8 months at a time. Bahamas is beautiful, especially when you travel different keys. Like I was in Nassau, I was in Abaco, I was over Freeport. It's beautiful. So don't get discouraged. But this is what I want to tell you guys. It doesn't matter where you go, any destination you go on vacation, as a tourist, you're always prone to be robbed. If you're not robbed by gunpoint, you are robbed by they acting up like, you are robbed either by they hiking up the prices on you. That's still some highway robbery, because if they know you're a tourist and you could get the drinks for $5 originally like locals, and you're a tourist, however, it's not going to be sold for $5 anymore, it's going to sell for $10. So that's still some type of robbery, but I'd rather that over being robbed at gunpoint, right? So guys, when you're on vacation, you need to be mindful of the location you go. Do your research. Ask question, is this a safe place to be at certain hours of the night? As a female, especially, even males, you got to be careful because they're killing people so rapidly nowadays for no reason. You have to be mindful of the location. Ask questions like, is this a safe area? Am I safe? Even the restaurants and the bars that you go to dine, try to find out the crime rate, how violent it is. I am a tourist, and I think that was my second time traveling, doing international travels. So I was very naive to the point that people overseas are not as thief and wicked like back home, where they will just rob you because Jamaica have a stigma for getting bad names for doing stuff. So you think these stories are more likely friendly and kind and will help you? Trust me, you get robbed left, right, and center, other than in your hometown. So I've learned that lesson, to be mindful about the people that don't be so trustworthy. I was too trustworthy. I just believe that everybody meant me good and looking out for me, and that can never ever happen to me. And especially when you're a tourist, they're looking out for you now. They're looking out for themselves. And if they can rip you off, rob you, abuse you, they will, because they know you're not from the area. So be mindful of the location. Ask intelligent questions like, is this a safe place to be? Is this somewhere for tourists to be hanging out at any point? I guess because they were all my Jamaican people, I think it was even safe. It's not even safe. Even own Jamaicans will rob you. And I have an update to come back and tell you about a story when I was I was so violated when I was robbed in Bahamas by gunpoint, and I was saying, oh, this never happened to me in Jamaica. Guess what? 3 years later, it happened to me in Jamaica. So I'll come back and share that story. So guys, if you're traveling, no matter where you're going in the world, it could be in America, it could be Mexico, they will rob you. People get killed over there in different countries on vacation, because what? They're naive. They just think, oh, I'm just here for vacation, I'm going to enjoy myself, I'm going to have fun. You have to think about everything. Think about it. When I'm having fun, is it safe? Is my money safe? Is my luggage safe? Am I safe? Is this a good location? What's the price for stuff versus what they give to locals? Or am I getting cheated on with prices? You'll never know. So these are the things you need to be mindful of, and I wish that this don't happen to no one else in vacation. Just be mindful of your surrounding, the people you hang out with, and just to have some knowledge of where you put yourself. It was an unfortunate situation, it was not happy. So there you have it. Don't be discouraged. Still take your travels, still have fun, but be super, super careful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else that you want to see me discuss, please put it down below. And if you haven't liked this channel yet, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, guys, if you haven't done so. And I'll see you in the next video.